Okay, we back. Talking about AB, always balling. You know, Adrien Broner, and talking about a potential foe and a fight I'd like to see him take on next and a little bit later in the day. I'm going to get into, his options as well. This your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic. And, I think Adrien Broner versus Amir Iman would be a great fight. And it has its reasons why, most people probably wouldn't think for the reasons to have. But as far as, style matchup, I think it's a good fight for Broner. Amir Iman is a guy that's been dropped. Young Master, that's his nickname. And he's a very good foe, and he's a formidable foe. And he's the foe that probably can get Adrien Broner back on track and get some of those fans, viewerships back and back in his court as well. I think all the fans can come back in this court. I think Amir Iman is a respectable name. Even though he did get stopped by Adrien Gradados, and Broner beat Adrien Gradados. But, Amir Iman said he was sick. He shouldn't have took the fight. And that's on him. I understand that. That's his dumbass fault. He should have called the fight off, similar to what Sebastian Healing did to Jamal Charlo. They both wanted those paydays. And he probably was overlooking Adrien Gradados, who lost 3 or 4 times and been dropped 6 times in his career. He probably was like, shit, let me go get this easy money. But, he got 2 TKO victories since then, one in the Dominican Republic. Both of those guys' record were absolutely shitty. I think one guy was 26-6, the other guy was like 16-19. And, it's good for him to see him get back, jump back in the ring. And it's a good confidence builder for Amir Iman as well, for the simple fact that, you got a guy coming off a loss and, with a good fan base. And you can show people that, you back on the right track by burying Broner, absolutely making him the gatekeeper of the funeral yard as well. Or you know what I'm saying? At the cemetery, and you can make a real name. And another reason this really matters for Broner is that Amir Iman is the number one mandatory to the WBC junior welterweight title. I think Adrien Broner should stay at junior welterweight, or another alternative is 135, which I'll talk about tomorrow if I do remember. Probably will. But and this is a good way if Crawford beats Ndongo, those belts disperse, he moves up to 147. And Broner can fight Amir Iman for a championship. He could be a 5-time champion. And I think that promo works for him. And if he can become a 5-time champion by beating a respectable name in Amir Iman, I think his career is back on track. And another reason, it's a good fight. I think Amir Iman will have a chance to beat Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner confidence is not that high. He could be in a transitional phase. We'll get a new team, and it could be the right time for Amir Iman to put himself on track and get a world title and get back to that young master shit that he been on. And for Adrien Broner to win another title, that says it all right there. And if he can win another title, I think people might look at him different. That's a hell of an accomplishment to be a 5-time world champion and beating up Amir Iman. And I look at the other guys in the field that's coming up, and it's bad matchups for Adrien Broner and Amir Iman. You got Sergey Lipinets, who's really good. Victor Postal, who's a good technician if he ever comes back. A lot of guys. Maurice Hooker, a big, tall junior welterweight as well. You got Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor. All those guys are going to be very, very tough for these guys to beat. And, I think Josh Taylor might be the class of it, of this group. But time will tell. But I think Adrien Broner can put himself in a position to, get a world title and get some negotiation back in his field to be in the A side and, bring some, mid-level fights to Cincinnati and bring some good fights to Barclays Center and prove to people that he can change, especially if he get a different team around him. It's not the focus, it's not the approach for Adrien Broner. It's just, he just don't have the skills, or the right people guiding him. For Amir Iman, it's time to step up. You fought 2 subpar bums. When you gonna jump into the pool, stop putting your toe in there and just get back in and go all the way in and beat this dude. We gone.